our journey in Vietnam, we're going to show you how we spend Tet and Tet Eve in the usually busy areas of Hanoi.